I kind of began the process almost, I think, 10 years ago with my first install. I've had 3 solar installs over the years. Every time I need to move for work or for whatever reason, it's a question of, does it make sense to do at this house? So the first time I went with solar, I kind of just went to some of the big name brands. It was overall an okay experience, but the process of getting the install done was really just draining. And so then when I looked at more companies that were out there, we actually came across an article about Atma Energy and about some of the experiences people had had. And it came across as like a genuine company. So I just kind of decided to reach out and see, what did Atma Energy have to offer? We had a need for energy independence to be off the grid, so it wasn't just solar only, it was, let's get a storage solution with batteries. So really when I started searching for installers, it became less of a focus on the solar price as much as the combined system price. But at the same time, if it didn't make economic sense, I wasn't gonna do it. So we wanted to make sure we had energy independence. That was definitely a motivating factor. What really made Atma stand out was from the first call, I got to kind of, I'll say, nerd out with the sales agent. And then it was funny that I found out afterwards that the person who had done the sales pitch was the CEO himself. And so I was like, oh, wow, well, if that's how the CEO acts, and it's even better, lead by example, the sales agents must be great too. The guys who came out, it was just fun to talk to them. And even the guy who did the site survey and did the drone flyover to help survey the roof, I bet if he didn't have another job to go to, we would have chatted for 3 hours outside. Like, it's just everybody I worked with the company was really fun. So I had a great time. So when I think about the installation, it was a very transparent, very high communication process, and that's really what stood out. The 24/7 monitoring is actually very useful. I like data. I do analytics for a living, so I absolutely go into the website online, and I've also used the app. So I use the data to a huge extent. In fact, the first thing I did once I had the solar installed was think through the actual production I was seeing in the first few weeks and then try to optimize my own energy. I was able to get my bills down to almost nothing because I was able to find a plan that worked around that. I have tried to recommend Atma to many people, specifically because of the idea of being an engineering company versus a sales company. I'd say a lot of the solar firms are sales agents who then hopefully eventually install solar. I think you guys are an engineering firm that also sells as part of the process. I haven't needed to reach out on anything. The power keeps running and, absolutely getting the value out of the system. It's been a very, very good experience. Definitely a peace of mind.